Live from Annenberg TV Studio 1, it's Temple Tonight. Here's your host, Dan Cass.
Thank you! Thank you so much! Welcome to Temple Tonight! How are you guys? Nice. Oh my God, they gave us a second show. What a bad idea that is. Oh my goodness. My name is Dan Cass. Thank you for coming. How are y'all doing tonight? All right. Greg, how are you doing?
I am just great. I'm mic'd up, I'm sitting down.
You're just great?
I'm okay, fine. I'm fantastic.
All right, good. Saddened my confidence a little bit. Did you hear this about our first show? It was said to be one of the best college late night shows of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Where?
I wrote it down first and then I read it.
Oh.
We have the Roots here, again, from Philadelphia.
All right.
Always good to have a plant on your TV show, I say. All right. Temperatures in Antarctica hit a record-breaking 63 degrees last Monday, affecting local wildlife. To deal with the heat, penguins are forced to go to business casual. Monica Lewinsky is in talks to be joining roundtable talk show The View. She's excited because this is the first time she'll be known for working above the table. Oh. I've always wanted to be a male host on The View. This late night show, that's what I'm using that for. All right. This past week, California announced it is loosening the ban on sex offenders living near schools. When asked why they thought this was a good idea, lawmakers said, it's not. A horrible idea. A New York woman has been arrested for killing her son with an overdose of salt. Friends described him as nice, smart, and a snail.
You know what, Dan?
What?
She should probably escargot to jail.
Oh,
I need to leave.
that was slimy.
Sorry, guys. That
was slimy.
I'm retiring.
That's all the snail puns we've got.
Yeah.
Did you have a pet rock as a kid?
No, I had goats. They loved me very much.
I've never known the affection of an animal or
sorry.
a woman. But going back to the pet rock thing, Gary Dahl, the creator of the pet rock, died at age 78. In lieu of flowers, the family asked that you give them $93.50 for no real reason, just like Gary would have wanted. He really would have liked that.
Yeah.
A life-size replica of actor Benedict Cumberbatch was recently constructed entirely out of chocolate. And in other news, Europe is now totally out of white chocolate. They've got none left. Colorado lawmakers are scrambling to find a loophole that would allow them to hold on to millions of tax dollars collected from marijuana sales. When reached for comment, lawmakers said, no, we totally got that money from selling textbooks, and that summer we mowed a bunch of lawns. Come on. A Pennsylvania man was reportedly arrested for skipping out on jury 11 times. As punishment, he was sentenced to 11 days of jury duty. The punishment fits the crime. A new short film is being produced about the Star Wars character R2-D2's search for love. Spoiler alert, just like his fans, he was unsuccessful. I'm a really big Star Wars fan.
Same.
And finally, you guys, this is really cool. Amazon launched Amazon Dash, a button placed on washing machines that lets people instantly order household products. Meanwhile, Michael J. Fox curses under his breath as 37 boxes of Downy arrive at his house. We have a great show for you. We'll be right back with more Temple Tonight. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Oh my goodness, do we have a great show for you tonight. Slaughter Beach Dog is here. Greg and I are going to learn how to defend ourselves. But first,
for once in our lives,
we could really use it.
grow a backbone, why don't you?
Thanks, Dad. First, though, I just want to say we have some of the most talented writers on our staff that I've ever worked with. They are fantastic. I'm going to take a moment to thank them real quick. They are above and beyond anything we could have ever asked for. You guys are amazing. And sometimes something we do is we play a game called Things You Can Say. And if you don't mind, Greg and I are going to play that for you right now.
All right, here we go. Number one, things you can say about Philly, but not your significant other.
The smell makes me want to leave, but the history keeps me coming back.
There's some great places to eat out on South Street, but it's kind of an acquired taste.
My favorite part is Fishtown.
Mine too. Thank goodness. All right, here we go. Number 2. Things you can say at Experience Temple Day, but not on a first date.
So what are the chances I'll be able to get out in 4 years?
Are you paying?
Sure, it was my third choice, but I'm excited to get in.
All right, number 3. Things you could say about national parks, but not your mother.
There goes Old Faithful again.
Wow, the park ranger really knows his way around these parts.
The whole thing could blow at any minute.
The National Park System was established by Congress in 1916 to encourage preservation and recreation on untainted land. Throughout its lifespan, it has saved millions of endangered species and revitalized this country's passion for the outdoors. This system will celebrate its centennial next year, and no, you cannot join her Department of the Interior! Boom! Man.
You can certainly not say that about your mother.
No, you can't. That's why I made a point. I made a point there.
Good emphasis.
Thank you.
Good job. You're doing great today.
Thanks, you too.
Finals are coming up, and students all across campus are stressing out. Here with some advice on how to crush your exams, please welcome fifth-year senior and member of Omega Omega Omega, oh my, Todd! Oh, welcome, Todd! Oh, we're getting, okay. Oh.
Let's get you mic'd up here, big guy.
You look like that one late night talk show host, Carrot Top.
All right, this is good. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You remind me of Gaston. Todd, how are you doing today?
Oh man, I am great. Just picked up the keg and some Solo cups. Going with green this time. I think it gives the frat a more positive look. But got everything ready for a dope party this weekend. And we're pretty pumped, especially me, because I've been pumping iron all week. And feeling pretty yoked. And the ladies love it when Todd's pumped. All about that Todd bod.
Ooh. I have a similar body. Now, at home, I didn't bring it today. Todd, you are a fifth-year senior, so you have taken lots of finals with your time here at Temple University. What's some advice you could give our fellow students?
Well, mostly I like to follow 15 finals week tips brought to you through frozen GIFs. BuzzFeed really gets me, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, I learned that you always gotta set aside time for a study break. That's number 7. That one's Olaf chilling out on a beach. A snowman on a beach. Like that ever work?
No, I suppose that wouldn't.
No. Oh, mostly I like to go out, maybe pop my headphones in and jam out to the lyrics of Skrillex. Or maybe I'll go take a snoozer out on Bury. Or if I'm really feeling up to it with my bros, we'll play a Super Smash Bros. Tourney, and the loser has to grab a Sev.
Yeah, okay. Well, that certainly sounds chill by definition. Todd, I forgot to ask you before, what do you study here at Temple?
Poetry.
You can major in poetry here.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Okay, I'll bite. What does a poetry final look like?
Oh man, it is tough. I gotta write a poem.
Yeah?
So I wrote it about the first time I ever saw the love of my life.
Oh.
Did you hear it?
No, I'm not sure how I would have been able to.
Did you want to hear it?
Yeah, I mean, we'd all like that.
I got it right here.
Poetry final by Todd.
Oh, he's got a nice Flyers koozie right there. Nice.
Her by Todd. The music pumped in my ears like the whole world was upside down, pounding on my brain like the blood rushing to my head. This is the best rager ever, I said. Looking up with lazy eyes through a haze of Natty Light and Molly, I caught the gaze of a dancing girl who I recognized as Molly. That was incidental. I watched from afar as she gyrated on the bar, in the smoke and the flashing lights. As I neared her aura, which I could totally see, she slipped on a red Solo cup. And like an angel, she fell from the sky and simultaneously started to throw up. She fell smack on her ass, my heart shattered like glass, and I knew I was beyond repair. My soul sank into a puddle. They say romance is dead, but I knew I'd love her forever when she looked up at me and said, "Oh my God, Jason?" Now I'm no Jason, and I'm certainly no God. But for the rest of the night, I was no longer Todd. We danced like the west winds, we kissed deep like the seas, we embraced like teddy bears, we laughed like bees. Our love couldn't last forever, 'cause some ass bro called me Todd. Though she slapped me and we still argue, I knew she was totally into my bod. That was it.
That was beautiful, Todd. I have to know, are you and her still together? Did it work out?
Nah, bro. Jason was my roommate, so we were like, nah, that probably ain't cool.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you so much, Todd the Frat Guy, everybody. We'll be right back with Look At the Night. Don't forget your mic. Welcome back to Temple Tonight. Our first guests are here to talk about campus safety. Please welcome Alan Chambers of Philly Self-Defense. Alan, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. First question, how much of a physical threat do I pose to others?
I'm scared right now.
Oh, and I'm flattered. So you work at Philly Self-Defense. Why don't you tell us what that is, what that offers for people?
Sure. So I'm co-owner and founder, along with my partner that owns the gym. Between the two of us, we have over 35 years plus of martial arts and fitness training and teaching. And then with that, our focus, unlike most other martial arts and martial arts schools, our focus is self-defense, practical self-defense. And that encompasses everything from striking to grabs and holds to ground fighting to weapons. So we focus on all aspects of that.
Very nice. And you are a Temple alum, right?
I am, yes.
Did you go to frats like that, guys?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Brought back memories, yeah.
Is that where you learned self-defense?
I did, yes. Yeah.
It's a good place to learn that. What makes students a target for crime?
I think number one is it's something that we always focus on is being aware of your environment. And it's situational awareness, but it's used too much sometimes, and people really don't talk about it. And it's really common sense stuff that you can do. Take your earbuds out, pay attention when you're walking around. Obviously, there could be adult beverages around, so just know where you're going and how you're getting there. But point A to point B. So being alert of what's around is going to be number one.
And what frequently are the most common types of crimes on college campuses?
Well, it varies, but I'd say typically, especially in an urban environment like Temple, you're going to find petty crimes. So typically they're going to be like robbery, sometimes holdups involved, but typically it's just going to be hand-to-hand, someone asking you for your wallet or your keys or whatever, people stealing CDs, that type of stuff.
And what's kind of the best way if you're just always walking on campus to always kind of just be prepared for yourself?
I'd say have your hands free, number one, have your phone readily available, and go to where you're going. So from here to the train, make sure you're going to the train and you don't take 30 other stops and you're not paying attention to who's around or what's around. Know your exits, that type of stuff. It's really simple, but people don't do it. And I always encourage people to, when they leave after they're done training with us, take a look at other people and see their mistakes so you can change yours.
If Greg attacked me, would I be able to defend myself?
I don't know, he's a big guy.
If the guy before attacked me, would I be able to defend myself?
Probably, yeah. You could distract them. Yeah.
That's true. He seemed easily distractible.
Yeah.
Now you're going to teach Greg and I some tips that everybody could learn from?
Sure. So we have abbreviated time, so I'm just going to go through some really simple things that you guys could do, and maybe some, we call them force equalizers. So we don't encourage people to engage with a weapon, but it's a big topic that's out now, and we're going to say run. People come to us for weapons lots of times, and we go, run. If someone pulls a weapon on you, run. Give them your wallet, do whatever you have to. But yeah, I'll show you guys some stuff that you could possibly do.
All right, we're going to get ready for that. We'll be right back with more Templeton Night and Allen. Welcome back to Templeton Night. We're here with Alan of Philly Self-Defense. Alan's going to teach us some self-defense.
Yep.
And what should we be doing?
Okay, so again, we have a short amount of time, so typically we spend a lot of time going over breathing and footwork and basic awareness. So every class starts off with that. Obviously, we have a short period of time, so I'm just going to show you guys 2 basic things that you could do, and it's for anyone. Number 1 is going to be your basic strike. Okay? So obviously, some of this stuff isn't for your friends. If we're joking around or you 2 guys are fooling around, obviously an eye poke isn't going to be consistent with what's necessary, right? Unless you really hate them, which right now I kind of do.
Yeah, we
fool around. There's stuff that you can use, obviously, in a self-defense situation where you have to. Self-defense is just that, you having to survive. So usually we start off with showing people how to punch. I'm not going to be too concerned with how you're punching today. It's just we want you to do it, right?
Just punch.
Yeah, just punch. So, and I want you guys to kind of think of your hip movement. So as goofy as it is, just doing this basic hip movement back and forth, side to side, right? This actually gets you to load and teaches you how to move your hips back and forth. So just pivot back and forth.
It's a pivot.
So,
it's a pivot.
Yes. You should get behind him and spot him.
Yeah. You want to pivot.
It's like prom night.
It's a good pivot. This is how prom
So
went
if
for
someone's
you.
touching you like this, they probably shouldn't be. No.
Okay.
But just hip movement like this. And typically we tell people to start from a position like this. That would be neutral. I'm just hanging out, I'm talking, I could be doing this, I could be talking to you guys. And the minute I see something, say if I have a ball or something at me and I go to throw it at you, your hands naturally want to go up. So that's a natural response that we focus on. It's gross motor skill. So within that, one of the first things we teach is neutral, and then we call it blading. So we'll blade on an angle, just at a 45. Doesn't matter which lead you have. You can have mixed leads. For example, you have a right lead, you have a left lead, I have a left lead. It doesn't matter right now. Over time, when we start teaching, we explain to you why we do certain leads and why we do certain things. But in general, right now, it doesn't matter. So right now, just the hip movement that we talked about earlier, as soon as I blade, I start neutral, I blade, my hands come up, right? Okay. So this is a fairly unassuming position. I'm just like this. I could be, hey, what's going on, man? I don't want any problems, whatever it is, right? Obviously, if you get into a position like this and you're ready to fight, it warrants, an acceleration of what could possibly happen, right? Or that.
Yeah.
So this is unassuming. Me standing here to me being like this is fairly unassuming.
Casual.
Some people don't even notice it, right? So that's what you want. You want to kind of be casual with it and have your hands up and, hey, I don't want any problems. And it sets you in a position that you can easily move from. So if I'm here, I can only really move laterally, and I could possibly fall off this little stage that we have here, right? So obviously we don't want that. So just blading allows me to move and change directions if I need to. Okay? So along with those 2 things, the next thing is how to throw a strike.
Okay.
We're going to throw a punch. The punch could be anything. It could be a punch. It could be an eye poke, right? So an eye poke, if someone's attacking you, poke to the eyes, right? And some people go, do I have to get it in the eye? What fingers do I use? It doesn't matter. If you're
anything,
if you're really being attacked, you can do anything you need to.
you don't need to be particular.
Yeah.
Any eye air, like around here, you can get him in the nose. Does that mess him up
Basically,
too?
this triangle here, even including the throat, is going to be a great target to give you. And again, you want to do this and get away.
All right.
Always. We're not here to fight. We're not MMA fighters or boxers. Self-defense. Okay? Yeah. Don't get silly. Okay.
Next show.
Yeah, next show.
So, and again, this could be a punch, right? It could be a strike with your fingers. It could be a palm strike. It could be any of those. But the mechanics are what matter, right?
Okay.
So I'm bladed now. All you guys are bladed. So I want your hips. My hands are here. Your hips are going to turn, and I'm going to punch. Good. And now bring it back. Good. Now my other hip is going to turn as I punch. Good. There you go. So get your hip involved. Exactly. Good. So the premise behind is keeping my hands up. If I do this and I drop my hand, or I do this, or whatever strike it is, and I drop my hand, if I miss for some reason, I don't have anything protecting me.
Oh, right,
So it's
yeah.
important to have both up. If I punch or strike, it could be a chop, it could be an elbow, it could be anything. It doesn't matter. Good.
This reminds me of when my mom brought me to kickboxing class.
Yes.
I was a kid. I used to go to kickboxing class, and it was always keep your other hand up. I didn't know what it was for.
Punch with one hand and fist pump with the other.
Right, okay.
Gyrate those hips.
So that's your basic punch. So I'm going to have you guys hit the pad really quick. Again, you could do a punch with your fist. So when I make a fist, I'm just making a fist like this. I'm closing the door here, and my knuckles should be nice and flat.
And thumb on
So-
the outside?
Not like that. Just like this. So they're nice and flat,
Okay.
like this. Okay? And then I close the door with my thumb. You don't want to leave your thumb out, obviously, because I could hurt it.
So you go like this?
Exactly.
Like, all right, cool.
Right? So, and then we're going to hit. So try and keep your hand up, twist your hips, and punch. Okay?
Punch.
All right? So I'm going to hold the pad real quick. I'm going to have each of you guys do 1 or 2 punches. And then we're going to move on. I'll show you a really simple kick. Almost caught me with that one. All right.
Oh, sorry.
So let's actually go. Dan, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you stand and face me.
All right.
Make sure I don't fall. Back up just a hair. We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So your hands are going to, I want you to start neutral. You're going to blade. So blade.
Blade out.
Good. And I want your hips. So your hands are going to come up and your hips are going to be involved in the strike.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to put this up. Hands up. Punch. Good. Nice.
Oh.
Good. Now with your left hand. Good. Now what do you do? Left hand, right hand.
All right.
Nice. Good. Your turn.
Start neutral.
Start neutral. Blade.
We're just talking.
Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. You don't have to get in a fighting position. Just have your hands up, relax. And
Casual.
when you're ready to strike, you strike. Okay?
So I'm just fixing my hair.
Yeah.
Hands are up.
Yeah. Looking
And then
pretty. Ready? And you're going to do right strike. Right. Good. Left. Nice. Good. Keeping your hands up. Perfect. And that hip movement. So it's natural. You don't have to be big or strong to do this. We teach the same curriculum to females when we have our female self-defense program as well. So that's basic punches. Again, that could be an eye poke, right?
Oh,
It
cool.
could be
Okay.
knuckles. It could be anything. It could be a claw, a palm. It could be anything that you want.
But it's all about the center
about
of
the
gravity.
hip.
It's all about the base.
It's a lot of core
So-
work.
No trouble.
So the same thing. You can use your hips to throw an elbow as well. Elbows are great, right? But they're nasty and they tend to cut and really damage. So it's
That's a
another
good one.
using your hips. Once you learn these mechanics, you can use them across the board, whether it's with a weapon or with strikes or any of that. It works across the board. So that same hip movement we're going to have with a kick. Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Everything has the kick.
so our basic kick, if we're bladed, again, regardless of what side I'm at, basic kick I can kick with the lead leg or the rear leg. Right now we're going to kick with the rear leg.
Okay.
So one of the things that we don't teach a lot of kicks, most of the kicks we do teach are typically at the knee or below.
All right.
That being said, because we're in the Northeast, there's bottles around, there's ice around, there's who knows what on the ground. If I'm used to high kicking, like in some arts, they high kick and do that, I have an opportunity to fall. It gives me a chance. It also gives you a chance to knock me down. Because that split second, I'm on one foot. Okay? We want to
So no crane kicks.
No crane kicks.
Karate
No.
Kid lied to us.
So exactly.
Yeah,
So it's one of the things that you can do quickly
Okay.
to get out of the situation. For
All right.
example, if I went like this or went like this to you, right, and say you covered your face, right,
Yeah.
the next thing I could easily do a stomp
me.
or a kick to the knee or any of those really quick. Okay. So actually, let's start with a front lead kick, and you guys can do this to me. Obviously, don't do it super hard because I don't want to have a broken leg. But our basic movement would be like this. We're going to do our lead leg. Okay. So our hands are up. We're already bladed. Okay. I'm just going to lift my knee maybe 6 inches, like this, here, and I'm going to stomp down and sideways. This is great because you guys have shoes and boots on, hard soles, and you can get really nasty stomp on either the foot or the shin or both maybe, okay? Especially depending how high you go, you could essentially go from the knee, scrape down and smash the foot as well. Okay? And you can use that in conjunction with your strikes, okay? So basically I'm like this, and I'm gonna kind of stomp down and in like this, okay? Good, nice. And now you're still in a good position if I need to follow up or escape or do anything else, I'm there, all right? So I'm going to have you guys do that, if you don't mind, Dan, turn toward me. And I'm going to have you right here. Slowly, what I want you to do is start neutral, okay? You're going to blade, put your hands up, good. And slowly, you can bring your knee up and feel free to go right on the shin. Start at the shin, go all the way up. Boom, all the way down, all the way down. Boom, and now you can follow it up, good. Boom, right there. There you go.
Oh,
All right?
wow.
Drop the mic.
All right.
So same thing. You're here, okay? So go ahead. Boom, all the way down, just stomp. Boom, and then you can follow it up with a strike. Again, that could be, for example, this, your hands down. So if you missed or you lost your balance for some reason, you're easy to knock down, and this is lowered, right?
Right.
But if you come in here, punch, and then you have, say, an elbow over top, beautiful. Okay.
Uppercuts.
You could do whatever. You could do your kick, boom. You could do a punch. You could do an elbow, right? And then from here you could go back with another punch. You could do a finger jab, or this. You can release your foot and go for a groin strike. Boom, right there.
Oh.
I feel like these are things that
So
we
that's
should not be
there's no,
learning.
so that's like a
That's
there's
right. Safety,
no
safety
boundaries.
concern. Yeah.
Groin
Obviously, this
strikes
isn't
are-
stuff you do to your friends.
Right.
Unless they stole something from you, then I'm not going to say what you can do.
Besides my
But,
art, it hasn't taken anything from me.
Yeah, this is for real self-defense. So, and next thing, weapons are a big thing. Lots of people come to us and want to engage with weapons or disarms. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
So I want to make sure
no
everyone knows
weapons.
that engaging with weapons, unless it's you have no other choice,
Just
don't
run.
engage with them. Run if you can, yeah, or find something that you can neutralize with. Otherwise, run as quickly as possible.
All right.
Keep your
Alan,
wallet up too.
Thank you so much
Sure,
for being here.
absolutely.
We have a quick piece. Jack is going to talk to people at the bell tower, and we'll be right back with more Temple Tonight. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jack Bear from Temple Tonight.
And I'm Rachel Stark from Temple Tonight.
Today we'll be interviewing people, well, just about anything. But while they're talking, we're going to tell them they have a bug on them and see how they react to it.
Let's go.
So what do you like most about Temple?
The Temple University Diamond Marching Band.
The 7-Eleven has 11 Slurpee flavors.
guys. Be very calm. There's a bee like on you.
Like it's right there.
The spider on your shoulder.
Are you gonna get it, or are you just gonna?
It's a spider. What? Want me to touch it?
Wait, oh my god, is it on my neck?
No, it's getting there.
Oh my god, please get it away from
I
me.
can't. I don't want to touch it.
I think it went to your back. Can you? It's yeah. It's still like. Can somebody get that?
I'm not allergic. We're fine. Only bananas.
It's right there.
It's okay. I've gotten stung by like 18 bees at once.
What?
It was like, yeah. It was just a prank my friends played on me. It was like, they told me that there was silly string in the woods, and I looked for the silly string, and then I found it. But then I was like, yo, what the hell is this? Am I like an electric fence? And I saw just a pile of bees on my shoulder. And I was like, ah, so then I started running, and I like ran across the street, and like, then I like lost my shoe and a car ran it over, and they were like, yo, dude, the bees are on your pants. I'm like, ah, and I had to get completely naked because I was just covered in bees. This terrible time.
Temple Tonight. Thank you.
Welcome back to Temple Tonight. Our next guest is one of the most talented musicians in Philadelphia and one of the most handsome men I have ever met. They will be playing at Siren Records April 24th right here in Philadelphia, and their EP Dog can be found online at bandcamp.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Slaughter Beats Dog.
You're in the hallway, weighing your options silent, hand in a trash bag, the other on your frayed hem. I'm in the hallway, opposite yours in silence, hand in a trash bag, scared to death of what you'll say. Meet in the foyer, note that our friends have gone home. I offer to leave, then you make coffee. Dumb luck, I thought Toronto mug your father bought. You're on hands and knees looking for your favorite DVD. I lie, say I saw Annie Hall when I was 12, but I only remember the first part now.
You never cease to amaze me.
Thanks, Dan.
Did you know Annie Hall was my favorite movie?
Really?
Yeah.
I
feel like you did that for me.
movie.
Slaughter Beats Dog, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Temple Tonight. We'll see y'all real soon.